Philosopher King. I appreciate you checking in. Your time is greatly appreciated. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Today, I wanted to discuss fasting. And, I would hear about it, years and years ago, and it just sounded like a ridiculous idea to me. It didn't make any sense. I didn't understand why Indians did it, or Hindus, or, Buddhists. But I wanted to discuss that and the physical aspects of fasting today. The way I understand it is, human beings are different than anything else. We embody a level of consciousness that's unprecedented in regards to anything that exists on this planet, and so far anything in the universe. Of course, I personally believe in aliens, but my point is that we haven't had the pleasure that we know of, the general population, of coming across another being of higher intelligence like us. Maybe one day. But my point is, I think that through these religious practices that people fast because it's one of the things that helps remind us of our difference between animals. So if I were to put food in front of any other animal, it's gonna eat. It has no choice. It's gonna eat. There's no reasoning capabilities behind whether or not it can decide to eat it. A lion, it's gonna chase a gazelle. A bird is gonna pick up seeds. The squirrels are gonna get the acorns and hide them and whatnot. But human beings are the only creatures on this planet that have the capability and the discipline to decide that they will not consume food and not to punish themselves or beat themselves up. It brings one closer to the infinite, by way of reminding us that we are not solely animals, and we have been endowed with the consciousness of God. Now, speaking of getting closer to the infinite, when we're born, we have just come from infinite intelligence, from the divine. We've just come from that place, and babies are born with innocence. They haven't been tainted, and everything that they see is beautiful in this place. It's brand new. No matter what it is, it's like, wow. You know what I mean? And that's what's said. God said to enter the kingdom of heaven, one must be like a little child. And this place is that heaven. When we go through life and we get banged up and dinged up through our karmic debts, as we grow and learn our life lessons, we get old, right? When we get old, we're returning closer to the infinite. Old people do have wisdom from life experience, but also, I don't know if you notice how a lot of older people become more docile and more content with the way things are, and appreciative of life, and they tend to speak divinely in a lot of situations and offer, certain information that seems like it was divinely inspired. I feel like that's because they're getting closer and closer to the infinite, to their last day, and they're better able to pull from these things, from infinite intelligence, because they're closer to it. I feel like fasting in the same way, while we get away from these 2 points on this timeline where we're extremely close to infinite intelligence and our higher being, if you will, fasting enables us to better to thin that veil between us and the divine, to get a better spiritual connection to that place by removing all the things associated with eating. This is working out perfectly because now I want to go into another point, the physical aspects of fasting. And please consult a doctor if you decide to fast, because everybody's situation is different. And if you have a sort of occupation where you need calories, then you gotta get the calories, because that's not safe. So when you fast, I don't know if you've ever seen this self-cleaning option on the oven. When you turn it on the broil and you turn it all the way up to 500, and it gets really, really hot, and it burns away everything that's stuck in there, all of the grime and grease and whatnot. It burns it all away, and it makes it easily cleanable for you. Sweep it out or wipe it off. Also, as we continue to to fast, there's a term called autophagy, and as you continue to fast, your body it's not getting constant nutrients. So not only is it feeding on its fat, but then supposedly it turns to the cells in the body that haven't been working properly anyway, that have been damaged or fairly destroyed, and it takes these cells and it breaks them down, and it cleans them up and recycles those and turns them into brand new cells and useful tools for the body to use to continue living, to heal itself. It goes into like a survival mode, if you will. It's breaking down all the damaged aspects of you and turning them into new parts of you that are shiny and brand new. And I believe also when you pass the 3-day mark, your immune system is completely different. It's completely new and recovered. Everything that I described about why fasting and what it does for one spiritually, while we can't see this, we can't see the recovery of our energy, we can't see the replenishment of our energy, science has enabled us to see the physical manifestation of these things, and this is what it looks like when we fast. Our spiritual body is replenished, our light is brighter and brand new, and in that way autophagy and a new immune system are these physical manifestations of the energetic changes that happen when we fast. But I hope I said all that in a way that is relatable to you. Again, if you have anything else to add to that, I really love to hear it. I'm always looking for new information and trying to, answer my own questions about things, and I'm sure other people may find it useful. So if you know anything or you have anything to add or you want to rebut anything, that's fine too, as long as it's all good vibes, that we could. This is Philosopher King. I greatly appreciate your time. Please like, subscribe, and if you really love it, share. I greatly appreciate it. But till next time, y'all.